Oh my god. What is this? Why is it growing like this? It doesn't even connect in the middle.
We haven't gotten a haircut or shaved in 10 weeks.
This is us in quarantine.
Hey guys, this is Bernard.
And Wedee with
Explore as we go. Before we start our video today, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit this little bell button for more future notification on videos like these and updates on our travel.
If you've been following our journey, you would know that we arrived in Bali on March 6th. And then on March 24th, we posted a video just to give everyone an update of everything that we were experiencing in Bali. We did not anticipate to be here 2 months later. And so we thought, why not post a video just to give everyone an update of what we're actually experiencing, all the crazy things that have happened, and also some things that we are anticipating that will happen and how we're planning to move forward with this. Just like you, we have been self-quarantined and practicing social distancing, so we're all in the same boat. We just want to share our story and our adventure and everything that we've been dealing with while we are in Bali.
As Wedee had mentioned, if you watch our previous video that we posted on March 24th, we were extremely fortunate to be in the island of Bali in Indonesia because this was one of the 3 countries in the world that granted emergency stay permits for tourists that were stranded in the country that couldn't be home on a timely manner or at some point just wanted to avoid, the whole craziness just to prevent the spread of the COVID virus. I believe the other 2 countries are Thailand and Japan, which recently just announced that they would give an extension to any tourists or visitors or foreign visitors in the country that had expiring visas. We actually went to the airport to the point where we just decided it was for the best of our sanity and our safety to make a U-turn and kind of hunker down to see how the situation will evolve and maybe plan moving forward from there. Little did we know, we are here for another few more months and maybe a couple more months. Just like you, we're trying to make informed decisions based on what we know and how this situation is constantly evolving. As of May 15, 2020, in the island of Bali, there are 332 confirmed cases, 222 recovered, and only 4 deaths. I would say the government in Bali is doing an excellent job in trying to contain the virus from spreading from districts to cities and villages. As of last week, the city of Denpasar, which is one of the biggest cities in Bali, went into lockdown. So that means within the country's lockdown, within the island of Bali's lockdown, there are also individual pockets that have further lockdown to prevent people from entering or leaving the district or the city.
And on top of that, the beaches are closed, the malls are closed, and so there are so many places that are just not open at this time to prevent people from getting together.
And you must think, we are in Bali, and it's so beautiful, it's an island of paradise, but the vibe is just a little bit different because tourist activities are all restricted and canceled. No tour agencies were open. There's no way you can visit all the tourist sites or the tourist destinations. So in a way, everyone's just hunkering down like you at home or in the hotel or in their villas, just trying to prevent the virus from spreading and just get by. There are a lot of talks about opening up Bali for tourism for the month of October, and then I think the president of Indonesia was pushing for next month, which is June. I personally think this lockdown might take into effect for at least a few more weeks to at least another month. Our emergency stay visa is supposed to expire on May 29, but I personally think that based on all the evolving situations, our visa might probably be extended past that date. So we're not panicking, we're not it's the same exact situation as the last time. We're not trying to panic, we're just taking things as it comes because if you pre-book flights, there's no way you're gonna get a full refund anyway. So might as well just wait till the situation happens, make an informed decision, and then we'll decide where we can go from there.
And on top of that, we've already met some really amazing people who are also in the same situation we are, and we're all working together to be well informed and so that we can make the best decision for ourselves once the country opens up.
Right. I still think it's too premature. And like Wedee said, we're just fortunate because there are also a lot of communities down here that we join groups and part of that give support to people that are still self-quarantining in this island. And we're just kind of building this community to help each other out and making informed decisions moving forward. So, how are we doing so far?
We're doing great!
There is so much that had happened since we updated you in the last video. Wedee complained he wasn't feeling well and he potentially could have caught the COVID-19 virus.
It's hard to breathe in this mask too. Oh man, I don't even know what happened.
There was one day that Wedee was just complaining that he wasn't feeling really well about his stomach. Catching a bug here and there, it's pretty common for us. So going to the bathroom and complaining about stomach cramps, it's not something unusual. Until that one fateful day where the symptoms persisted for more than a day. And it was really scary because on that same day, Wedee was also coughing and complaining that he was having a bit of shortness of breath. The cherry on top was when we took Wedee's temperature on that same evening, he had a fever. His temperature was 36.8. Somehow we got a thermometer from the hotel, and the minute he was running a fever, everyone in the hotel was notified. Once you're running a fever, it's pretty much there.
And the worst part about it all was that this was really late at night and everyone was already sleeping. And their recommendation was to head to the hospital. And unfortunately, there was only one hospital in Denpasar that was actually doing any COVID-19 testing. And so this was located an hour away from our hotel, and we were trying to decide whether it would be in our best interest to head there right away. I was feeling super sick, fever, sweating, coughing, just everything was just not working right. We thought, well, let's try to give him some medication, so I took some. And then let's get him a cold press. I did that. And I went to sleep. Me too. Cold compress, medication done, ate some food, and I'm just gonna relax and rest because that's what it says to do.
And thankfully, the next day, Wedee's fever subsided.
Woohoo! When they had suggested that we go to the hospital, yes, it was far away, but we were also afraid that if we were to go, could we potentially contract the virus while we were there? And so we thought maybe one day, sleeping it off, hopefully Wedee will get better.
It's day 2. Today is April 7th of the whole Wedee still sick, maybe catching the coronavirus situation. So this morning, it's 7 a.m. right now. I just woke up and Wedee just bolted to the bathroom. As of last night, after I gave him the Panadol, he took some water and rest. The fever has subsided, so that's good. Positive that he's not feeling any shortness of breath or having fever or chills or any body aches. It's just strictly diarrhea. So it could be a stronger case of food poisoning or eating something bad. It's weird because we have been eating the same thing. The only thing I can probably figure out was he had more of the cheese sticks or cheese bread, but we ate the same pizza. We ordered 2 large pizza and we shared that. So there's no other way that he ate something different from me. How was your sleep last night?
My sleep was okay. Last night before going to bed, they came in and checked my temperature again, and it was 36.9. When I originally had the mild fever, it was 38.3 or 38.4, so that was some good news. I woke up and I don't know, I just can't control my bowels right now, and I just had to go use the toilet. So I just rushed there really quickly, but I feel like I'm re-energized, but I also feel a little achy in my body. But I am kind of feeling hungry, and I'm not as dizzy as I was yesterday and nauseous, and I don't have a headache anymore. So maybe this is something good.
And over the course of the next few days, the staff from the hotel were super nice. They kept checking on Wedee's temperature every hour just to make sure he's okay and doing well, and he's fine now.
Yes, I was really fortunate that it wasn't anything worse than that, and I was able to get over it within, a couple days.
I was just so relieved when the next day we took his temperature. He had no fever. It subsided. It was kind of like a sigh of relief.
Our current situation. As of right now, our situation is actually not that bad. We are safe, we are healthy, and we're doing what we can to support the local businesses by ordering takeout and going to the grocery store and the convenience stores, even the street vendors, just to support the local business. We can see that they're all struggling, and we know that by ordering their food and recommending their shops to our friends who are also here, it really helps them a lot.
Like I said again, we're very fortunate because the hotels here are super affordable. If you have been keeping up with our blogs and following up with all our deals, there are many hotels that are adapting to the changes of the COVID-19 and the lack of tourism right now because of the closure of borders, that they're offering like mega discounts for long stays down here, to the point where like staying in a Marriott hotel is only under $25 a night, including breakfast daily. So that significantly helped us a lot because we're able to keep our costs down and kind of hunker down until the time has passed. Something that we just wanted to highlight was that even though we're in Bali, in the island of paradise, we don't really have access to all the stuff that were closed, like the beaches. Beaches are closed, everything's closed. We're just pretty much indoors waiting for things to revert to the new normal. There is a Seamless or Grubhub type of company called GrabFood. We are so thankful because our friends shared with us that GrabFood has this like coupon feature. So we got a local SIM card, we top up all these food credits, and it's been life-saving because each time we order, we save about 30%, and that really keeps us going because we can't really afford eating hotel food every single day, like for dinner and lunch. So we try to split up our meals. We try to buy food that it's easy to cook with an electric kettle, or just order takeout delivery and get by and keeping our costs down.
So every day has pretty much been the same for us. We wake up, we go to the gym, we shower, we eat breakfast, we go work, we eat lunch, we go work, we eat dinner, we work, and then we go to bed. And it happens all over again.
And the occasional binging of Netflix.
And the only thing keeping us sane is this actual schedule. because you have something to look forward to. Granted, no one looks forward to work time, but we're trying to stay as productive as we can during this time. And as you know, we have been traveling full time, so this really is a blessing in disguise for us to kind of catch up on work and also relive all the amazing adventures that we've had. And it's gone by so quickly. I just can't imagine how many places we've gone to in a short amount of time.
It's just so made me think about like how much we've done, and we just never really took time to just stay somewhere for more than 2 weeks and reflect. And this really gives us that opportunity to, you know, look past of what our travel has been doing for us and how we're growing as people, and also wanting to share these crazy like stuff and adventure with you, because the only time when we move forward and look back, these are all our memories.
So what is our plan for after all of this? I mean, at this point, we're really just waiting for the government to open up so that the borders are, you know, letting people come in and out of the country, and also that other countries are open as well. Because if you have one country open, you can't necessarily go anywhere else until other people have opened as well. And since we're in Southeast Asia, I think our best plan would be to go back to Singapore and be with Bernard's family
To
regroup and also kind of reorganize exactly what we're doing, when we're doing, and how we're doing it. And maybe from there we'll head up another country.
Initially, we had plans to visit South Korea and Beijing to see the Great Wall of China.
Australia, Philippines, Cambodia. That was all supposed to be right now.
But I just read the news today that China has decided to close their borders until October, which is not so fun. So a lot of friends and family have been asking us, why don't you come back home to the United States? Everyone has been saying the situation is still not under control and the cases are still spiking. Despite, you know, everyone doing their best to try and combat to flatten the curve. We just feel like at this point, not going back to the United States is probably the best moving forward for us and for everyone else.
On top of that, if we are planning to go anywhere, we should probably go somewhere that's close by, especially if the Indonesian government isn't allowing us to extend our visas or we're having issues with our permits. We really have to figure a place to go, and we probably shouldn't go that far in terms of long haul flights. Probably best to take an hour or two flight somewhere near Indonesia. And so we don't have that many choices, but as I mentioned before, it's really based on what we have available, and we'll plan it according to how things happen.
Yeah, just to add on what Wedee was saying, because a lot of airports right now are closed for transit. So in order for us to get back to the United States, we probably will have to transit to at least 2 to 3 different airports before getting us home safely. And with that in mind, if the contact of landing to 2 or 3 more airports might keep us open to catching the virus somewhere. I don't know.
I think one of the most important things that we want to take away from this is that people are starting to realize what is so precious to them, and being able to be physical with people in each other's, you know, space in terms of having dinners together or movies or dancing or anything that's a social setting, we take for granted. And now we have to relook at how exactly we're going to do this in the future. What is the future of tourism? What is the future of travel? What is the future of people visiting other countries and going to get those amazing once-in-a-lifetime experiences? It's all changing. And we're hoping that people are still understanding that there's so much beauty in the world, and that we shouldn't hate on different groups of people just because it doesn't help us at all. And if anything, we should learn to love each other a little bit more and appreciate all the different cultures and ethnicities that this world has.
I just feel like what we do in Explore As We Go is embracing travel and embracing diversity and loving whatever the world has to offer. So the new normal for us definitely would still be continuing our travels and sharing with you more of these beautiful memories of what we have in our adventures.
So thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. We really appreciate all your support, and we hope that you will think and consider about subscribing to our channel, ring the bell for future notifications, and just connect with us as we love to meet new people on our journey around the world.
Let us know what you think about all these questions that we just asked, and what is the new normal for you? Are you going to be traveling after this whole lockdown has stopped? Leave your comments below. We love to hear comments, feedback, or even just drop a shout out to us.
As always, be sure to stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you in the next vlog.